Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel. And this is the leak of the Zoom Freak 3, right? So it is leak season. There are a lot of leaks of shoes coming out. And shout out to Manny_Barbis for these leaks. I don't know how you got these and I don't know where you got these, but he sent them to me. And yeah, so shout out to him and let's get straight into it. So this is the Zoom Freak 3, boom, right here. And it looks pretty damn sick. I like it, you know. I feel like it looks better than the Zoom Freak 1, I would say. The Zoom Freak 2, I actually don't know. The Zoom Freak 2 looks pretty sick to me. I actually like the aesthetics. Besides the heel part, especially the cushion, because it looks really similar to the PG1. So I feel like it kind of like copied that. So maybe I might even say the Zoom Freak 3 looks the best out of all of these shoes, right? So as far as the traction goes, the traction, we don't really have a picture of the actual outsole. So we can see like the outsole a little bit, kind of like from the front. And it looks to have like a herringbone traction pattern. There is a black outsole and a white outsole part of the outsole for this colorway. I wonder if it's going to be dual density or anything. But yeah, the traction, I mean, the traction in the Zoom Freak 1 wasn't that good, especially on dust. I mean, on clean court, it was solid, but dust, it was terrible. The Zoom Freak 2, though, was solid. It was actually pretty nice. And then the Zoom Freak 3, hopefully, is nice. All right, moving on to the cushioning setup. So the cushioning setup in the Zoom Freak 1 and the Zoom Freak 2 just wasn't that nice, you know, especially the foam. I mean, the foam is definitely something that they should change, you know, use Cushlon, at least renew. React would be nice, but it's a cheaper shoe, so they're probably not going to use React. But please don't use Phylon, especially this like really stiff Phylon. And then the Zoom Freak 2 had a 4-foot zoom unit. Was there a heel zoom unit? I don't really remember, but you couldn't really feel this like zoom unit here in the heel, only in the 4-foot. That was okay. And then here in the Zoom Freak 1, we had the double stacked zoom unit here in the heel, which was okay, you know, but like the overall foam, like I keep saying, was not that nice. So here in the Zoom Freak 3, we can see that the outsole does come up to cage the lateral side here in the heel, and I don't know why. Stop caging this part, please, like that much, you know what I'm saying? Like I like to feel a little bit of compression from the midsole there, so I don't think it's gonna be that nice. And my hopes aren't like that high for the cushion. And as far as the zoom unit goes or anything, we don't know what it's going to be. I'm guessing it's probably just going to be a 4-foot zoom unit. It would be nice if it was like a zoom turbo or maybe an air stroll unit. That'd be awesome as well. But I am very, very doubtful about that. I mean, yeah, I mean, zoom turbo. Yeah, probably not. It's probably like the same unit that they use in the Zoom Freak 2 or like the PG3. And then from the back, we can see that there is a good amount of the foam like protruding out though, which is interesting. So I wonder if that'll help compress the foam at all. But also we can see the foam comes up, like curves up a crazy amount, which will obviously help with heel to toe transition, which I really like. And as far as the materials go, looking from the top of the shoe, there is like a diamond, like a rhombus pattern here on the material. Looks pretty nice, you know, it looks kind of like a knit material a little bit, you know, probably just like a textile material. There is a little bit of fuse here on the medial side in the toe box. It looks like it stays pretty thin throughout the midfoot. And then one thing that I love about the Zoom Freak line though is the padding in the tongue. And I feel like Giannis just really likes it as well. So for the Zoom Freak 1, we have an oversized tongue, like a very large tongue with a good amount of padding. And same thing with the Zoom Freak 2. It feels amazing on foot. I just like that combo, you know, a super thin material here in the toe box. And then a really plush and cozy tongue. And then the ankle area can have a little bit of padding, that's okay, but yeah, I like to have the tongue really, really nice. And that's what it looks like here in the Zoom Freak 3. Like, so from the top, it looks like it has a good amount of padding, and then from the side, like the 45-degree angle, the tongue looks very, very large. So that looks nice. And we have Giannis Antetokounmpo's logo here on both tongues of the shoe. It actually says Giannis Antetokounmpo. Like, that's... I don't know how do they fit that, dude? That's a long ass name. I guess the font is very, very small, so that's probably how they fit it. So yeah, I'm guessing this is Giannis Antetokounmpo's third signature shoe with Nike, because I mean, it wouldn't be like a budget model of the Zoom Freak line, right? That wouldn't make sense. It's only his third shoe, right? Maybe, I don't know, but you know, it's like cheap already. It's like 110, 120 bucks. So yeah, I doubt it's a budget shoe. So that's why I'm guessing it's probably the Zoom Freak 3. But also one thing that kind of looks interesting in the material is the swoosh, right? So we can see the swoosh and an outline, but what is that green thing with holes in it? Is that like another like material underneath this like textile material for extra added support? I wonder, right? Also the lacing system, it looks to have like just a normal lacing system. There's no fly wire, there's no straps or anything, and then the laces look to be just like a flat lace, you know? And then for the pull tab, it looks to have Giannis Antetokounmpo's logo. And then for the ankle area, it looks to have a good amount of foam actually on like the outside of the shoe, which is interesting. So yeah, I mean, as far as my guess goes, I feel like the Zoom Freak 3 is probably going to be the same price as the 2. So probably like 120 bucks. And I feel like it's going to perform pretty much the same as a 2. You know, it does worry me a little bit though. If you guys can see here in the forefoot, there's no lateral counter, right? So as you guys can see here in the 2, we had this plastic piece, and here in the 1, there we had the rubber outsole actually coming up, and also we had these eyelets that come all the way underneath the upper for extra added support as well. So maybe you know, like this material with the holes, I'm guessing that's underneath the upper and acting like a very, very supportive material. And I feel like it's probably going to come all the way here into the lateral side, I'm guessing, because there's no lateral support or anything. All right, as far as the Zion 1 goes, right? So shout out to Kicks Vision Official for these pictures, I would say. And it's a dismantling of it, right? So we can see the upper, it's cut off. Cool. And then we can see underneath the upper, right? So the tongue looks to be stitched to the actual upper, which is normal. And then if you look at this like bright orange part, we can see that there's very minimal padding on the tongue, which kind of sucks. And then around the perimeter of the tongue, we can see that it's very, very thin. Also, it says sample. I don't know why they would cut a sample, which I wouldn't, but I guess thanks for whoever did this. And then as far as the cushion goes, we can see the foam, right? So this is a little bit different from the leaks, right? So from the leaks, we saw that the Zion 1 Zoom unit was supposed to be like that half circle unit, you know, kind of like the unit that's found in the PG3, but it's obviously not from this cutout. It's a rectangular zoom unit, and the rectangular zoom unit it's not that much smaller than the half circle one, but it definitely is smaller, so that kind of sucks. But I'm very, very excited about it. You know, the air strobo unit and then the zoom unit is pretty much right underneath that, so I'm very, very excited to try that out. And like, how is that going to feel? I'm very curious. And then here in the midfoot, we can see a cutout for a midfoot shank plate, and also we can see some holes here in the heel, which help to kind of like compress the foam a little bit more. Also, we can see a crazy outrigger here on the lateral side in the forefoot, which will help with stability. Also, we can see the air strobo unit, you know, very, very standard stuff. And then I don't know why they put this like cloth material over the air strobo unit. I mean, you have the insole too, right? So it's not like your foot is going to be right on top of plastic. So I'm very curious as to why they do that, but you know, they've been doing this in like literally every single air strobo unit. And then we can also see the zoom unit, the rectangular zoom unit, as well as the midfoot shank plate. And then we have all of those put together. So we have a skeleton foot, cool. And then we have the air strobo unit right underneath the foot, as well as that zoom unit in the forefoot, which I said I'm super curious about. The foam is there, which I don't know, we'll have to see if the foam is soft. And then we got the outsole. So yeah, tell us your thoughts on the Zoom Freak 3 and the Zion 1. But anyways, that about wraps it up. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.